London, the greatest city in the world, according to many of its 8 million residents and 16 million annual visitors. Home to some of the most iconic landmarks globally, London's skyline is as diverse as it is unique. Brought to you by Protection and Management, the world's leading events covering security, fire, safety and facilities. Protecting London is a series of videos which reveal how these functions operate within the capital's landmarks, celebrates the people who keep them running safely day in and day out. Kicking off the series is the country's most visited tourist attraction, the British Museum. Since it opened over 250 years ago, the site has been in a state of constant development and now houses its millions of artefacts in a range of buildings both old and new. The team have a legal and moral obligation to protect its staff and visitors, but also a responsibility to its invaluable collection. We're here to see how health and safety is blended effectively into the fabric of a building, which in 2013 to 2014 saw 6.8 million individuals pass through its doors.
I'm Maria Anderson, Health and Safety Manager of the British Museum. The British Museum is a very challenging environment. We have up to 6.7 million visitors a year, obviously public, contractors and more than 1,000 staff working for us. Also we need to consider that the building is a Grade 1 listed building, then it was being built and rebuilt since the 1950s. So that creates a great challenge for fire, security, health and safety. It's paramount to maintain the safety of everybody on site. In 2010, the museum overtook one of the largest building and redevelopment on site, and it was the creation of the World Conservation and Exhibition Centre, WCEC. It was nearly 3.5 years of construction, and it created a lot of challenges. It's not just a standalone building, it's an extension to the existing building, so that created a lot of challenges. The WCEC is just building on the success of the existing British Museum site. This is a brand new building, 21st century technology, and like I said, the old building since 1850s. So having this match of technologies, and if you consider security technologies, fire safety technologies, obviously the lab and the health and safety all embedded in the new technology, it was quite challenging. There was different stages of planning. So obviously before the design come alive, obviously during construction phase, HP was the architects and met regularly with stakeholders. Then Mace took on over the build stage, and it was 3.5 years of construction phase, managing the site, and then obviously moving and post-occupancy and how to deal with communication. Different levels of communication. Directors and trustees receive regular updates. Operations and facilities met regularly with construction project managers, and they were also all the way down to staff and the people who were moving. Even the people who were in the old site needed to be aware of what was happening, because this is an extension to the old building. This is open to all staff in the British Museum. So just really good planning and communication. I think that the biggest challenge is once we took ownership of the building, we have the first stage handover. Like I say, it wasn't I got the keys, let's move in. There was a lot of issues that still had to be dealt with. There were spaces that were unfinished, so we have to control contractors and operation and users at the same time. So that interlink put a lot of challenges, not just obviously health and safety and having contractors and equipment and activities that put users and staff at risk, but also security was a big issue, because contractors needed the doors open to mobilize across the museum. So, but we needed to keep the staff safe. The museum is very strict and high-level security, so we needed to prevent access to public or members of the public into the site, but contractors had access. So managing that was quite challenging. This building is a great example of protection management, because it had to bring all 4 disciplines together. The museum has, obviously we have a legal and a moral duty to protect the staff and the public who enter but we also have the responsibility to protect the collection. And this is the main hub where a lot of our collection is going to be held. So security is a big issue. We have top-of-the-range security. We introduced to the museum the swipe card technology, So all our staff has swab card. We have areas with high risk technology like labs and X-ray areas and chemical areas, and have to be then we've said the normal operational staff has to be kept separate. So security is a big issue, and obviously protecting collections. Fire safety again is top of the range. Fire safety systems we have obviously where the alarm and the detection system, but we also introduce the mist in the collection areas, and all the spaces have full high-level protection of fire safety. So this is a great example where all four disciplines really work together.